Welcome back, YouTubers, to another Friday Night Smackdown review with us, the British Fist!
Ka-ching!
Ka-ching indeed. I am Mr. Parkin, sporting my V-neck and my lovely new haircut, and this guy here doing the British Fist sign, which you should all do on the streets of USA, Britain, wherever you are in the world. It's NJ!
What's up?
Can I get another what's up?
What's up?
Can I get another what's up?
What's
Can
up?
I get another what's up, NJ?
What's up?
I'm no Teddy Long, am I? There we go. Make sure you guys subscribe up above, of course. Like this video and get your comments on Smackdown and your thoughts on Smackdown in that comment section down below.
And make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below.
That's going to be our new thing now. It makes it look like we're cleaning the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go on to Smackdown then, Jay. We started off with a video package hyping up Mark Henry, basically making him look strong. It's nice to see WWE finally booking a heel strong against Randy Orton on Smackdown, isn't it?
And it's needed because Mark Henry has already been looking strong over the last couple of shows. And I think this video package and the rest of it tonight shows how strong he is going against Orton at Night Champions.
Definitely. And we even open up with Mark Henry this week.
Yeah!
Something a bit different than what we usually get. Although I'll give Mark Henry's not the best on the mic, I will say, but at least it's something different in the opening segment. It talks about the Hall of Pain and how Orton's going to be the next inductee to it. I enjoyed seeing Mark Henry talk.
And the fact that he's saying he's the better man, and he's going to go and destroy Orton, I really like that.
Yeah, did you notice how the camera never panned to that area of the crowd which we saw was fucking empty?
Just a few heads bobbing up at the front, that was all.
A few kids wanting Cena, probably. We then get Zack Ryder coming out. You know, here at the British Fist, we hate Zack Ryder. He basically comes out and tells Mark Henry that him and Orton will be in action tonight, but they're not allowed to touch before the pay-per-view. No contact between the two, as proposed by Teddy Long. Who the fuck else would want to be in the ring with Mark Henry now, apart from a force of Zack Ryder, who looked like a fucking, you know, just looked bad. He looked like he was meant to be.
I was quite impressed that she got in the ring to Mark Henry, knowing that Mark Henry, what he's done to past people, but then it led to basically Mark Henry laying him down.
And all I'll say about this is, you know, at the British Fist, we hate Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder looked like a fucking nervous wreck in the middle of that ring, and he had every fucking right to be, because he was a talentless piece of shit. He got buried by fucking Mark Henry, and I'm fucking glad, because that talentless piece of shit used to get off my fucking TV screen and get out of fucking opening segments which involve main event guys. So go fuck yourself, Zack Ryder. Fuck you fucking piece of fucking shit.
And then we get the match as Ezekiel Jackson versus Mark Henry.
Yes, and this was a good match to do, wasn't it, really? You had two powerhouses going up against each other, and Ezekiel Jackson isn't booked to the pay-per-view, so you can make Mark Henry beat him. And this made Mark Henry look strong. You know, it's a 2.5-minute match. Didn't get much time, but for the time it got given, it had the right effect of making Mark Henry look very strong.
That's very true, because you have both the powerhouse of Ezekiel Jackson and Mark Henry putting on not the longest of matches, but the dominance was seen by both of them. So I give it that. It was a good opener.
The segment achieved what it was supposed to achieve, and that is to make Mark Henry look strong, booking him as a strong heel going up against Orton, the babyface, at the next pay-per-view. So yes, a good segment in my opinion.
It was.
We then got Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes announced as the main event, a match which I've been wanting to see for a while.
And I'll share my thoughts at the end.
Yes, indeed you will, then. We then get a Sin Cara versus Tyson Kidd match. You know, is Sin Cara now a face or a heel? I mean, after last week, I think he's heel, but he's going up against the heels. So it's kind of hard to know where we stand at the moment with his character. Do you know what I mean?
I think, and as this match went on, we of course have been putting on a good match against each other. Not the very best, not what would go down history as a good match for Sin Cara, but they did work well together.
Yeah, you can see there's a tiny bit of chemistry in that. I think they've gone to the practice ring and had a couple of matches together, in my opinion. The match itself got 3.5 minutes. I thought it could have gotten a bit more time, especially with a guy like Tyson Kidd, who's actually, you know, a very accomplished wrestler coming from the Hart family or wherever he comes from. And after the match, after Sin Cara wins, of course, we get Josh Matthews interviewing Sin Cara.
And basically, the key of the whole thing he said, I'm going to cut it down to just a little phrase. And the real Sin Cara!
Well, the real Sin Cara, please talk, I guess.
There we go.
Yeah, anyway, Sin Cara does a little bit of talking about his newfound aggressiveness. And then we get the appearance of Mr. Daniel Bryan, who wants a match with Sin Cara next week on Smackdown.
Smackdown's Mr. Buried Alive.
Yes, Smackdown's Mr. Buried Alive. Or is that Zack Ryder now? Ooh, there's a bit of competition there. One's Money in the Bank winner, one's a talentless piece of fucking shit! But anyway, I like the fact that Sin Cara got some time to talk. At least we now know that he can develop some kind of character and to develop some kind of storyline, which is going to be between him and Daniel Bryan, so to speak.
But the horrible thing is, he gets a LaBelle lock on Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, so way to make your Money in the Bank winner look weak again, WWE. Yay! We really believe he's going to win the World Heavyweight Championship when he cashes in.
Poor Daniel Bryan.
That's all I can say. We then get Sheamus versus Wade Barrett announced later. I kind of like the way SmackDown announced their matches and showed us what we were actually going to get. It makes me look forward to each of the matches in each of the segments, and it just gives me a good feeling onto the flow of the show anyway.
Very true, I like that too.
Yes. And what about the Divas match, MJ? We had Kelly versus Natalia.
Again, Beth Phoenix was at ringside, which I like. She needs to appear on TV.
Yep.
We have Kelly, who needs to look good because she's going on to the pay-per-view. And Natalia, she looks strong in this match, so I can't really fault this match.
No, we have the pay-per-view match announced between the two, which kind of helps the segment because we know what match is going to happen. We can kind of see the logical booking there. We have Natalia dominating the match, which she should do. She is the heel and the better wrestler, and we get Kelly winning with a roll-up. The comeback, the typical face comeback win. Maybe I'd like to see a DQ in there. Beth Phoenix and Natalia doing the business on Kelly going into the pay-per-view. But we didn't get it. But it wasn't. At least they made Natalia look strong. I guess.
No one actually got buried or looked bad in this match. I think it was a good Diva segment, but it's just a bit short.
And it really hyped up. It helped hype up the match of the pay-per-view as well. I guess. I should be interested to see what they do to continue this rivalry. That's all.
It would be interesting because Divas are starting to get better now.
And the match got 3 minutes.
About 3 minutes.
Yeah, I don't like seeing Natalia do the job to Kelly. Just knowing how good of a wrestler Natalia is.
Again, they look strong, so I can't really complain about this.
Yeah. Anyway. Next, we have our official, exclusive British Fist from the Vault segment, where we give you videos which have happened before, and before we had 650 subscribers like we have now. So NJ, roll the fucking clip. The main event. This is the kind of match you expect. Two good wrestlers going at it and everything. What did you think of the match, NJ?
Overall, I thought it was a pretty good match. It weren't like exciting, wow, but it did keep me watching.
Yeah, same.
Go Alberto. And
the ending comes when Brodus Clay is distracting Christian. We get Edge spearing Brodus Clay, and then Alberto Del Rio running up to the top rope and doing this nice little lucha libre kick off the top rope, and then getting that for the pin.
The thing I like about the Brodus bit is that he did not touch him. Most matches you see him hitting or doing something like that, but he just distracted normally, so I just thought that was better than usual.
We then get a segment with Christian coming out, and he says that the matches are going to be postponed for the rest of the night. Yeah, right, whatever. And basically he wants another title shot, and it's just like, mate, no.
And the thing about him, he just kind of start moaning, saying he wants one more match, and it's Sheamus that actually came out and put him straight, like, shut up, Bella. And he's actually going to give him no one match. He made about 3 points about why he shouldn't do it, and there we go. Sheamus shut him up.
Sheamus tells another story about the Irish proverbs that he talks about in his stories. I'm not a big fan of his stories, but at least he's interfering in this segment. We see that now from Raw there's going to be a Christian and Sheamus segment, so I guess it's kind of nice they're at least trying to develop this storyline with a promo segment. And we know there's going to be a match with Sheamus afterwards, so it's good for him to come out for his match too.
My counter for this is the thing that comes on next. We get the whole Sheamus versus Barrett. The thing is, that rivalry hasn't really finished.
No.
So I'm thinking of having this Christian and Sheamus, but what about Sheamus and Barrett? It's kind of like made me think maybe the Christian thing shouldn't have them just yet. Maybe they should have done a bit more with Wade and Sheamus.
To be honest, they had Wade and Daniel Bryan, and then from that point he hasn't really done much.
So you have loads of about 3 rivalries going on.
I mean, it's kind of like, there's going to be a Christian Sheamus, right? I think Barrett is there just to fill the gap in for the match. I don't know. I thought the match went on for 7 minutes. I'm just glad that SmackDown have got another rivalry going on, another storyline that's kind of developing at the moment. Sheamus, Wade Barrett, it was a good back and forth match. Wade Barrett was kind of dominant, and it was it was very back and forth. It was very equal, and the match ends in a DQ when Christian comes in. The match. What do you think to the match itself?
I think the match itself, it definitely showed the dominance of Wade Barrett, which was good. Sheamus is growing the WWE. Yeah. That was good to see.
I mean, the DQ finish is something I wanted because I didn't want Barrett to get buried, and I didn't want Sheamus to lose, so I guess the DQ finish made sense. Christian and Barrett beat on Sheamus, but then Sheamus... I'm not sure I like the way they're booking Sheamus. They're booking him very, very strong, and I really wish they'd make the heels come out on top, maybe on him, because he ended the night on top again. But I expect a rivalry between Sheamus and Christian to happen, so...
And I'm thinking, even if that rivalry does happen, they had the whole Christian, of course, coming out because of the whole getting face each other before the match, so that was going to happen. And I'm hoping now that the rivalry between Christian and Sheamus keeps them both at the top pitch for now.
Yeah, Damien, it's definitely a good second feud to be having on the show, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Which actually has some meaning to it, which SmackDown have really lacked lately in storylines. We then get a tag team match. Hooray for tag team wrestling! Tagged in.
The thing about this match is that it was seen on Raw, so I've actually seen a replay of this match. The only difference is that something unexpected actually happened at this match.
Yes, the match itself got 3 minutes. Great Khali attacks Mahal, giving Air Boom the win, and we're thinking to ourselves, is Khali now face? Because I don't like Khali as face.
Okay, we had him, Carly attack Jim Mahal by accident on Raw, but this match did it on purpose, so it made me think that are they going to maybe push them to having a rivalry? But that's heel Jinder versus a face Carly. That we were trying to get him away from being a face and keep him as a heel, and this match is actually showing us that WWE are going to go backwards.
Yeah, a little blind tag there. The match, I don't think the match was very good, but at least it did something for Khali and Jinder Mahal, even if it was a bit pointless. To give the tag champs win, I guess it's the tag champs on another show, which is kind of nice to see, or at least you're showcasing your tag team champions. It just wasn't a very good match.
No, that is the case.
After that match, we got all our Night of Champions matches announced, all 5 of them. There's hopefully we're going to get 2 more, maybe an IC title and a US title match.
We need to.
We definitely need it, but at least the matches are announced, and we actually know what we're going to get at the pay-per-view, which is more than we can say about some other pay-per-views that we've seen.
That's very true. We have like loads of title matches and 1 non-title match, but again, I think it's definitely good that they've announced them.
Yeah, definitely. Let's hope they do it on Raw too. We then get our main event, which was Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. And we start off with Rhodes getting some mic time, talking about DiBiase and Orton, talking about Orton and himself being unstable and stuff. And I'm just, what I loved about this was the Intercontinental Championship is in the main event segment. And I'm thinking that is going to do a lot for the prestige. And Cody Rhodes has been talking about giving the title prestige. So I'm glad that this was in the main event.
Okay, now the thing I said, I didn't explain my reason about this match. Okay, Orton against Intercontinental Champion. I'm thinking they're both having their titles on the line. This is what I'm thinking. This match could have been after Night of Champions. Then I would have been fine with it. But the fact that these two need to look strong going to a pay-per-view championship, I just thought. I've said this on Raw matches as well. I just didn't agree with this.
But one thing I will say though is what is Rhodes? There's no rivalry for Rhodes at the moment, is there? So at least you're kind of giving him TV time, I guess. It's just that I really wish they'd give him a meaningful rivalry. It seems like they're going to go with DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, but we're not really too sure yet. The match itself got 11 minutes. I thought it was very good how Cody Rhodes kind of controlled the match. Orton was actually booked as a fucking babyface for once, not as a dominant monster babyface, and I kind of liked the finish. But all in all, I thought this was a very good match. I enjoyed it.
Well, I'm going to say the way that Orton finished was good, but at the same time, Orton defeating, not in like no DQ counter, not like that, actually defeating or any kind of champ, it just made me think, yeah, she made Cody look good during the match, but to have Orton actually beat him, it was going to happen because it's Orton, but I don't know, I don't like it.
No, well, the main thing is, NJ, that Mark Henry comes out after the match and pummels Orton. I will say one thing, though. Could you not have had Mark Henry interfere? Maybe so Cody Rhodes doesn't get buried.
But it could have been Ted or Mark Henry.
Yeah,
either one.
Either one of the two. It would have been good. So that Cody Rhodes didn't get not buried, but so he could kind of look strong with the DQ finish. Mark Henry attacks Orton after the match and once again looks stronger into the pay-per-view. I love the way they're booking Mark Henry as this strong heel because that is the way heels should be booked and that's the way babyfaces like Orton should be booked to going into pay-per-views, isn't it? So it can draw some fucking money.
I'm kind of glad because Orton did try and fight back, but I'm glad that Mark Henry managed to outdo him and lay him out for another end of SmackDown.
Yeah, and it was good to see the SmackDown end again with someone else other than Randy Orton, wasn't it?
True, yes.
Which kind of made the whole night better for me, in my opinion. Do you want to give your overall thoughts then?
Overall, I thought SmackDown did have its good points. It had all the matches that were okay. Good opener. It followed on to a good Tyson Kidd and Sin Cara match, which was good because they flowed nicely. You get Natalya and Beth Phoenix appearing on TV again for the Night Champions. And then you have the whole tag team get involved, and then the main event, which I had problems with, but it was a good match.
Yeah, I thought I was actually quite. From the show itself, I didn't think it was the most entertaining show, but I say save the entertainment for the fucking pay-per-view because that's what you need to do to get pay-per-view buys. What I will say though is I kind of like the way that SmackDown was booked. When I look at it from a logical booking standpoint, I think to myself, each segment had something that developed some kind of storyline or some kind of feud, which has really been lacking a lot on SmackDown lately. So that's one of the reasons I like this SmackDown, especially the week before the pay-per-view itself. Each segment really seemed to have something going for it in terms of storyline, even though the matches weren't very good. Some of them weren't very good, some of them were okay, but at least each segment, like I said, continued something which SmackDown has really been lacking a lot in previous times, you may say.
But all I can say now is that that's been our views on SmackDown. we've said that it's an okay show. Our grade of it would be probably a C, maybe going towards C+.
I'd like to give it a B, personally. Just from my personal preference, like the booking standpoint and the logic there and everything, I'd like to give it a B. Your C?
A C+.
Well, see who do you agree with there, really. I mean, give your thoughts down below, as NJ was just about to say before I rudely interrupted, so I'll let you continue.
Well, they spin it from the British Fist, ka-ching, and it's been from Mr. Parkin and NJ. What's up? Goodbye.